Everyone knows the Jordyn Woods situation. She came out on the Red Table Talk Facebook show today, and this all just really got me thinking, not so much about Jordyn, but about Tristan and how this sort of man is sort of becoming an acceptable norm. Like, I hear women all the time, women that I know personally say, you know, all men cheat or all men lie. And we've almost kind of gotten to a point where we've accepted this type of toxic behavior. And I'm not trying to downplay it at all, right? If you're a woman who dates men and you are at least in your mid-20s, you've been lied to. We live in a hedonistic era. Hedonism basically means the pursuit of pleasure and sensual self-indulgence. So that's just the name of the game now, and it's become almost acceptable to do whatever it takes to reach that end. If you want it, have it. Why? Because it feels good. That's the name of the game today, right? So why wait? Lust is insatiable. Lust is not like hunger, okay? There's no way to satisfy it. The more you feed it, the bigger and the stronger it will become. A lot of preachers compare lust to fire, and I think this is a really helpful analogy because it is a way to understand how it operates. Fire can be beautiful, fire can be very useful, but only when it is contained, only when it is confined, right? A fire in my fireplace is a pleasure to me. Lighting my candle on fire is a pleasure to me. Setting fire to a building is a pleasure to no one. And I think that's the way to think about lust outside the boundaries of marriage. Fire within marriage, beautiful, pleasurable, useful. But fire outside the context of marriage, dangerous, harmful, deadly. Most often I hear one of two things, right? Oh, I'm gonna have sex with him because he likes me and he's been so good to me and tonight was so romantic and like he deserves it. He deserves it I hear all the time, and it just, I can't even wrap my head around that. And then the next thing I hear is, you know, what if he leaves me if I don't have sex with him? If we're dating or if we're exclusive, and I don't have sex with him, he's just gonna get it from somewhere else. That's just what happens. That's what you can expect from men. Here is the long and short of it. You have to be brave. You have to have courage. You have to trust God and be patient. You have to be willing to say, I may be single more often than my friends who are living a different lifestyle. I may have to let go of guys who I like because they cannot commit to this lifestyle with me. You are going to have to make those sacrifices, and you're going to have to do so in faith. It's not easy, but that's the truth. Another thing I hear, and this is interesting because the first time I heard this, it was from male subscribers or viewers who say, you know, I'm a man who's in the church, I'm practicing abstinence, and here are where my limits are. I don't kiss, or I don't do this, or I don't do that. And when I date women, they are put off by it. Or they say this, and this is mind-blowing to me. They say a lot of women feel like I'm not attracted to them because I'm exercising restraint, and it makes them feel insecure. Ladies, I know it's hard because we live in a society that has taught us as women that our looks and our bodies and our sexual desirability is like among the top 3 things that we have to offer as women. But I really want you to be intentional about combating that mindset starting today. Society is pushing a lie that love and sex are inextricably linked, and I want you to let it go. He can desire your body and not love you one bit. He can love you and exercise restraint. Love and sex are not inextricably linked, and one is not proof positive of the other. Please, please hear me when I say that. I have heard women say, I don't know why she's waiting, you know, how will she know that he's into her? How will she know that he's not getting married to her just to have sex with her? And it's just like, are you serious? Are you okay? As easy as it is in this one night stand era to have sex, do you really think a man is going to buy a ring, propose, and then engage in all that a wedding entails just to have sex with someone? What is infinitely more likely in this day and age is that you end up marrying the wrong person because you've been sexually intertwined for years, and now you've mistaken love for a soul tie. Waiting exposes who he is as a man. It exposes his self-control. It exposes his discipline. It exposes his commitment. It exposes his loyalty. It exposes his restraint. It exposes his trustworthiness. It exposes his integrity. It exposes his determination. It exposes his ability to engage in delayed gratification. And it exposes his lack of all those things. A man without self-control is like a city with no walls. He's for everybody. And you are going to continue to deal with that. You will never be enough for a man who lacks self-control. There will always be a fat butt, a tiny waist, these hips, these breasts. There will always be a bad chick around the corner, able and willing. And so you have to be able to trust his character. You have to think about it big picture. One of the most powerful things God has spoken to me in my time of waiting is I was praying to him about a guy that I had met, and I had some doubts and reservations, and I was thinking, God, I'm not sure about this man's character. And after I'd finished going down the list of he said this, he did that, he does not say this, he did not do that. God, why? Who is this man? After I went down the list, I was like, God, so I need you to give me clarity, blah, blah, blah. And God said this to me as clear as day. He said, is he the kind of man you would want to be the father of your children one day? It was the most eye-opening thing I had ever heard. Is this the man that you want to be the father of your children one day? Because my dad, anyone who knows me knows that I think the world of my father. There is no one who I respect more. I love him. I admire him. He has been just so instrumental to everything that I am, everything that I've been able to accomplish to date, and everything that I will be and will accomplish in the future. Like, my daddy is I don't even know how to put it into words. He's just the standard. And so when God said that to me, I immediately thought of my father, and it just became simple. I was like, hey, I'm not doing it again, oh. I'm not doing it again. That's just to say, keep things in perspective.